the stories flow. Demi and Kiwi steal the show. One's from the bush, one's from the green, telling tales of all they've seen. Music, films, and the latest news, places wild and viral views. Tasman Talk, it's where we meet. Laughter sharp and insight sweet. Dive on in, the banter's gold. Tasman Talk never gets old.
G'day.
Kia ora.
G'day to everybody. How you doing? It's 7 a.m. in the morning. What am I doing up this early? This is not fair. But nah, it's all good. It's all good. How you doing, Kiwi?
Oh, I'm doing great. Doing great. How are
Good.
you?
How's it? Yeah, well, good considering. What time did I get up last night? At 7 a.m. in the morning. I think I got up at 9:30 last night. So
crikey.
if I drop off my chair, we will know why. No,
You've
I'm
fallen
okay.
asleep.
It is too, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, stuff happening. What do you got for us? This is round 2 of Tasman Talks. Okay, I'm going to concede that round 1 went to New Z. There was a couple of draws in there, but without a doubt whatsoever, New Zealand won round 1. Congrats.
We did win round 1.
Now, Anjanette's in the chat. Hi, Anjanette. How you doing?
G'day, Angie.
Angie, we're having this time suits. I haven't even got the comments turned on. Yeah. We're having this time suits. I haven't even got. What can I hear? I can hear noise. Oh, it's all right. It's gone. All right.
It'll be my phone.
Oh, right, okay. All right. Now I've got to share my screen. Do I need to do? I've got to do the screen. Okay. I've got to do. Hang on half a sec. What are you doing? I'm live. My sister just brought my breakfast in, not realising that I'm live.
Oh, good one.
Yeah, I know. Hang on. Now, it's completely messed up what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Share screen without sharing something. Is that it?
Yes, that's the one.
That's the one. All right. It's on full.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Come on, New Z. Do your hardest.
Apparently, Anjanette just said we have an echo.
We have an echo. Oh, I don't know why. Can you actually see that Heidi Lamar?
Nope.
Is it actually? It's not. Okay, because I haven't obviously shared it properly. Why haven't I shared it properly?
Oh, she said all good now. All good now.
All good now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Share media. Stop sharing the screen. Try sharing the stream, Demi. Gosh, you'll get it right one day. Oh, I know why. Because I'm an
Hey,
idiot.
Chronicle 9, how are you? She made it. You made it.
Okay, here we go. I think I have it. And there it is. There we go.
Yeah, that's it.
Popped it on.
Okay.
It's why is it not popping up? It's not going. There it is.
There it is. Okay.
All right. Okay, I'm going to put it way up that way.
Yeah, that'll
Make
do.
it easier. There we go. All right. What's the story? I know.
Well, last week when you said Australia invented the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Well, I found out Australia didn't invent the Wi-Fi, despite what you've heard. This is the woman.
Didn't the CSIRO invent it?
No, they didn't actually invent it. This woman here invented it. Her name is Hedy Lamarr,
Right.
a very famous actress from the 1940s.
She invented Wi-Fi in the 1940s.
Well, it led to the Wi-Fi.
Okay.
She was a very clued up lady.
Heidi, I'm writing this down because I'm going to check your facts, Kiwi. Go on. I don't believe you.
Invention of synchronized radio. Hang on, I can't keep talking like. I'm getting a lot of double talk. I'm getting feedback from you.
Shouldn't be because I've got earphones in
yeah.
and I'm hearing you on my earphones. So I don't know what's happening. Are you hearing what I'm saying twice?
No, I'm hearing you okay, but I'm repeating about 5 seconds later.
Oh, I hope it's not my mic. Okay. All right. Hang on. I think we know what the problem is. All right. Hang on a second. I'm going to share that screen again. I'm going to take off the tab. Let's see if this works. If it works, I have figured it out. Okay.
Yeah, and Jeanetta's saying that the echo is only when Kiwi speaks. That's better. Yes, you got rid of it.
Okay, so what I had is when I shared the screen, I shared audio too, but of course there's no audio.
Right.
So I just took the audio off and you've got the pic. So my bad.
Okay.
All good.
Hedy Lamarr's most significant invention was the concept of frequency hopping. It's a secure communication she developed when composing with George Antheil in World War II. Their system used radio frequencies to rapidly change, making it difficult to jam and prevent the interception of signals used to guide torpedoes. Now, that invention went on to the invention of Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and GPS. Now,
Wi-Fi, GPS and Bluetooth.
Yes, that was patented in 1942.
Okay. I'm not going to concede this one yet because
and other companies got hold of it and did the usual, oh, well, we invented it, so we're going to claim it.
So, okay.
Including CISO.
Yes, yeah.
The Australian team. Yeah.
I can't concede this one, but I can't concede this one yet because I've got to research that a bit more. But chat, what do you reckon? Do you reckon it's fair seeing that I don't know the details of this lady yet? Sorry for me coughing. That I should be able to go and check it first and then come back and probably end up conceding. But I won't say that. And check it first and then see. What do you reckon? Come on, chat. Let me know. Which one should I do? Should I just concede right here and now that... Hang on. Where was she from? Was she from
America.
You can't have that, Kiwi. She's from America. She's not New Zealand.
I know. But all I'm doing is clarifying your claim last week that Wi-Fi was invented in Australia.
All right. So, what are we saying? I've got.
She was a famous Hollywood actress.
Was she?
Yes.
I vaguely remember the name I've read somewhere. Yeah.
She was actually on King Kong, the very first King Kong movie. She played the lead.
That's right. I remember.
Yes.
Yeah, I do. I do. That face is
Yeah.
familiar. I've seen that somewhere before.
Yeah.
Wow, she was a brainy actress.
Oh,
She had
very,
brains
very
as
high
well.
IQ, apparently.
All right.
Very
Antoinette
high.
and Nine, do I concede now or do I get to go on and research and then come back? Make sure to like the stream. Thank you, Nine. Nine, you got to tell me, which one am I going to do? Am I conceding or not? I'll wait. Anyway, all right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna check that one out. Well, I can't give it to you because look at what I'm doing.
No, you can't give it to me. No.
Look what I
No.
can do though. Yay! That's my desktop. Stop sharing screen, idiot. Okay. All right. Okay. And now, of course, having done that, I've just lost what I was going to do, which is right here. Okay. There, I'm not sharing the screen now, aren't I? Share all my secrets. Give them all away. Wow. That's not good. Okay. I've got this file up here that says Facts Australia's going to win.
Okay.
So far, I'm not doing too bloody good, I can tell you. I've got to keep transferring them into the file that says Facts I didn't win. So, all right. Okay, so I'm going to do a controversial one, okay? And it's one that you and I actually haven't even discussed yet. So,
okay.
hello. Chronicle 9 says, I always do research. Thank you. I'll do research. All right. I'm going to do this one. And yeah, it's a bit like that. Now.
I know what you're going to say.
Is it up? Why is it up there? Can we see it? What
Yeah.
Bloody see it. But it's not going up any further, any bigger.
No.
It should. Okay, let's see if I can go to here. Entire screen. All right, there we go. And add to screen. No, it doesn't go any bigger. Okay, nothing much I can do. All right, so I'm going to have to learn how to share other things other than just what looks like thumbnails. So we have a timeline here. This is a timeline of all Australian flags.
Right.
The controversy that I've learnt about is that you guys stole it from us, but I've also heard that we stole it from you. So,
Correct.
right, the story that I've got is that you've got someone who was standing in for your Prime Minister, don't know his name, as a guy, and he's the one who's saying that we stole the flag from you, that you guys originally had the flag. Now, I had all this written out, but now I've closed the screen and I can't even find it. Just out of curiosity, what I put the timeline up because Great Britain, there's Great Britain's flag, that's that one there. Then you've got the United Kingdom. I mean, they're all very similar, aren't they? And then you've got the First Nation flag. Now, that came in 1901, apparently. Then you've got that's that one. The Great Britain one's down here. The United Kingdom's here. And that, I mean, my argument is that really both New Zealand and American flag, they're so similar. I mean, they're all taken, I don't think anyone stole anything. I think they're all taken off the British flags anyway.
You mean New Zealand and Australia?
What did I say?
New Zealand and America.
Oh, not America, no. New Zealand and Australia. I mean, they're very, very similar. I think if anyone stole anything, the First Nation stole it because that's not the First Nation flag. That's wrong. So what's your knowledge on it? Because it seems to be up for debate. Australia's saying, no, it's definitely ours. They're pointing to all this sort of stuff. New Z, your stand-in person for your female Prime Minister, he's the one that's kicking up a stink, and it's a current stink. about it as well. So
Yeah.
what do you think?
We
What's
wanted
your
our
feelings on it?
flag changed, and it's
Yes.
half red stars with the white
Thanks,
outline,
Nine.
and
Yeah,
half black with the silver fern.
which is what you did for our thumbnail.
Yes, and
Yes,
that's what
which
they
is
want to
brilliant.
do
Yeah,
for the flag. It
yeah,
was put to the vote. The
right.
country want to change it,
Yeah,
and the Prime Minister stood up and said, "We invented ours first, so if Australia want to change it, they'll have to change theirs."
hi Bozart, thank you for coming in. Go on. Yeah, I actually like it. I think the new one I think is much more representative of New Zealand. Other than that, it's just a bit of a copy of the Australian and the UK flag. So I think this needs
It's too
something.
close. Yeah,
Yeah, it is. I don't think it's a case of who um, copied anyone's in that case. I think um, both of them. I'd like to see Australia with our own as well.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
think if and when we ever become a republic, I think that will certainly happen.
yeah, yeah.
I think it is the way it's got to go. So that one wasn't really just a one to sort of vote on or anything. That was just one that I come across, and I found it really, really interesting that it was a current fight that's going on like today, right now.
Yeah, it
So
is. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So did your Prime Minister agree that this is something that's going to happen, or did she? He?
I think
It
down the
was a
track it
she, yeah.
will happen. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that will be
If it
good.
was a she, it would be
Yeah.
Helen Clark.
Who was the?
That was
I
our
should bloody.
first. That
Who
was
was
our
your
first
first
female,
female?
Helen Clark.
Okay, and who was the other one?
Jacinda Ahern.
Jacinda. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah. So is she current?
Jacinda,
Hi
no.
Deb, YouTube is showing the at name now. What does that mean?
I don't
Bozart
know.
just said it's Deb. Oh. What? Oh, hi Deb. Sorry. I didn't realise. I said hi Bozart, not realising it's Deb. Deb's just one of our moderators. You would think that I would know her name, but I didn't. I'm sorry, Deb. How you doing? Yeah, all right. So Jacinta. So it was the guy who's. Is she current?
No.
No, she's
No.
not. There's another one. Okay. Well, okay. Then I'm not sure that it is actually current right now, unless it's ongoing. Because what I read is the guy that was standing in for her when she was on holidays or away or something like that. That's
Oh.
the guy that was kicking up all of the stink about it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. No probs. All right. Your turn. What do you got for me? So really, we've got a nil and a nil. I'm writing this down. We've got a nil and a
Yeah,
nil at the moment.
yeah,
Yep,
we don't
fair
know
enough.
too much about that one.
No, we don't.
I just thought I'd give you a little fact on where the name Aotearoa comes from.
Yeah, I can't even say it, let alone spell it.
Well, it's now being used widely as New Zealand / Aotearoa because that's what we eventually want to be called.
Is that right?
Yeah,
I did not know that. So New Zealand and that name, that's going to be one big name for a country, isn't it?
yeah, Aotearoa. Yeah,
Aotearoa. Yeah, I should be able to
yeah,
pronounce that.
yeah. Aya means a cloud or daylight or the world.
Yeah.
Tia means white or clear, and roa means long. So it became Aotearoa,
Roa.
the land
Yeah.
of the long white cloud.
Fair enough.
That's what
too.
that's what it means.
Yeah. And that's
New-
known. I mean, New Zealand is known as the land of the long white cloud. So
Yes.
That's in
Yeah.
any music or songs you pick up. That's what it's known
Yeah.
as.
It's in our national anthem. We sing two anthems. We sing one in Maori, and then the next one is English.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting. That's interesting. So, is that something that's in government right now, in for debate?
Oh no,
I'm
it's
gonna
been
put
in
those
for
in.
a long, long time.
Oh,
Yeah.
has it?
Yeah.
So, what's the
We've
likelihood of it happening?
we've sung the two for a very long time.
No, the change to what you said, which I can't pronounce.
Aotearoa.
Yeah.
It's been used today.
All right, but it's not official, but it is being used.
Yeah. Yeah.
And cool. And
Um, yeah.
see, New Zealand has the indigenous population is, and I say this very carefully, okay? Okay, I'll go into it. The reason I'm going to give you the reason why I'm saying this first, okay? In New Zealand, for those who don't know, the Maori Indigenous people fought for their freedom. They fought for
Yeah.
all of their rights. They fought very hard. What was the name of the treaty? I should know it.
The Treaty of
Um,
Waitangi.
That's it. And whereas in Australia, our Indigenous people were not warriors, so a whole different fight occurred as a result of that. As a result of those two outcomes for the different countries, in New Zealand, the Maori nation is held far more esteemed by Pakeas or white Kiwis than what our Indigenous people in Australia are held
Yeah,
by white
correct.
Australians. Far
Correct.
so. So I think, and it's only a personal view, that in terms of New Zealand, that because they are held in such high esteem, and I mean, I've lived in the country. I lived in New Zealand. I know how much that they are held in esteem, and so a name like that should be very much the New Zealand name.
Yeah.
You know, I agree with that wholeheartedly. I wish that the outcome was different here in Australia, and I get very, very sad in the way our Indigenous people are treated.
I think they
It's
were
wrong.
robbed. I think they were robbed.
Absolutely. The
Yeah.
stolen generation, everything that happened. For those people who don't know and who have a different opinion, research it. Really, really go into it and research what actually happened, because it was pretty bad and it's still happening today. It's bad. So yeah, I agree with that. Not that I have any right to agree. I'm an Australian, but I lived in New Zealand, and I absolutely agree, because it's two, in terms of that Indigenous people, it's two entirely different countries.
Yeah,
Way
whereas our Treaty
different.
of Waitangi was treated very highly,
Absolutely. Yeah.
to the point where the Maori have been paid by the government for a lot of the land that was stolen from them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that included also the sea, the beaches, the sea itself,
Yeah.
and as well as the land, some parts of the land. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's been going on for years and years and years. It's very contentious. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot going on now. We have huge, massive, big native title stuff going on at the moment. But the native title, I can't say too much about it because I haven't gone completely into it. I haven't had time. I would like to. But a lot of the native title stuff that's going on here at the moment is about city land, suburban land, not about like regional areas or anything like that. And I think half of the I think the white people are panicked, thinking that if it goes under native title, that's just going to wipe out thousands and millions of houses and all the rest of it. It's not going to do that.
Yeah.
It's nothing like that. But I've got to find out a little bit more about it. And then, surprisingly enough, I'm actually going to a meeting about it on the 16th of December. To find out a little bit more, about it. So that'll actually be interesting.
Well,
but yeah, it's good.
We now have officially 3 languages that are noted to New Zealand. We have English, Maori, and sign language.
So that's official. Yeah.
Official.
Yeah, 'cause
3 languages. Yeah.
we have. I think our sign language is called Oz something. I'm not Ozma or something like that.
Yeah. Different
Shiv,
countries have different names. Yeah.
Can you see chat? I'm trying to pronounce. Someone just said hi, and it's Shivam Dubby.
Shivamidubi. Shivamidubi.
Just call me Bido. I'm shocking on bloody names. Shivami dude. What? What'd you say?
Shivamidubi?
What does that mean? Okay. Hi,
Don't know.
Shivami Doobies. 07 is it? Oh my
Don't
God.
know.
I would love to know where you got your name from. You have to tell us, because that's, I can't even say it, let alone anything. I'd go Shiv M.
Doobie.
Doobie. Dubby. I'd go Dubby because it's a U in it.
No, well,
You
Dubby's
go
got
Doobie.
2 B's.
Yeah, that's right. It has.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. She, he, I'm not sure whether it's male or female. I think it's a female. The lady. I think she's got to tell us where that came from, because now you've got us both
reckon.
intrigued.
Yeah.
I don't know that one. And just on that, Deb, how did you get Bozart? I mean, you're going to have to tell us how you got Bozart 5, where that came from. Oh, thanks, Deb, for that. All right. Okay. Controversy. Are you ready?
What?
Right. Okay. I've got to get rid of this one. I don't want to add that one to the scene. I want to get rid of that one. Exit share screen. Yep. Stop sharing that one. That one's gone. All right. Which one will I pick? Because I've got 3 sure ones here. Which one will I pick?
Yeah, you said that about the pavlova.
Yeah. Well, that bloody sure that is absolutely undecided at this stage. Hang on, I've lost me thing. I've got to find it. Okay, this brain of mine. All right, I'm going under the Facts Australia wins one. Oh, it's not even under that one. Shit. Okay. We actually discussed this last week, and I did a bit of a deep dive into it. Where is it? Okay. No, I'm not going to do that one, because you will pick that one to pieces. I'm going to do this one. I got to pick one I'm going to win. Oh my God, this is terrible. Shares agreed. I've got to pick one I'm going to win. Okay.
Yeah, you win that one.
Okay.
We'll
That
give
was
you that
too
one.
bloody easy, Kiwi. You got to
Well,
fight for it.
No, you won it. I mean, I can't argue.
This one actually, I got this one from a New Zealand website, and that's why I've put it down the bottom. It's called the spinoff.co New Zealand, and it says, I'll read it out in case people can't actually see it. You probably can't. Hang on. Deb just said, my dog was Bo. My painting of him is on my business cards. I am an artist. Wonderful.
Right.
And so is Kiwi, of course. It's a play on Bo. Oh, okay. B-E-A-U-X. Pronounce that, Kiwi. But
Spell it again.
Bo? B-E. It's in Deb. Deb just put it in chat. B-E-A-U-X. Because I'm no good at pronouncing things.
Bow.
It's bow. Bow art.
Yeah.
Okay, right. All right. The Weet-Bix debate. I don't know if there's any bows. Oh, okay, it's bows. I'm sorry, Dad. Bows art. Oh yeah, I get it now. I got it. All right. I don't know if there's any Kiwis or any Aussies in the chat. I don't think so because Manotha's not here, and I know he's an Aussie, so he's not here at the moment. All right, Weet-Bix. The childhood betrayal of discovering it wasn't just Kiwi kids who were Weet-Bix kids still lingers deep in the hearts of many of us. Aussie kids are Weet-Bix kids. We all know, well, I do. I was raised on that Aussie kids are Weet-Bix kids jingle.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Dylan Reeve did the groundwork on this one back in 2018, unearthing the sad fact that Aussie kids are Weet-Bix kids. Ads came out a year before the New Zealand version, just 1 year. To add insult to injury, it appears to be fairly conducive that these breakfast bricks were invented in Australia by an Australian, despite the fact the history section of Weet-Bix's New Zealand website is vague, bordering on misleading. They have at least been made here since 1930. I love the verdict. Yep, Australian, but maybe we don't want your dubious tax-dodging rectangles in our breakfast bloody cereals anyway.
Well,
I kind of liked that.
I can't contest it because I don't know the details.
Okay. Your own website just said it. All right. Do you want to look into that further?
No, I don't think so. It's always been an Australian thing.
Okay. So I'm one up. So we've got O and Demi. I've got to write it. Demi and Kiwi. All right. So it's O and 1 right at the moment. All right, lovely. Take it away. It's yours. Let me get rid of here. Remove from the scene. Okay. All right. What do we got? See, unlike last week where we both sort of, we knew when we started the show last week, we both knew what we're going to be arguing about. This week, we don't know. We're surprising each other with it. So it's going to be pretty hard to either agree or concede because each one of us is going to want to do our own bloody research on it. But that one I won anyway. So off you go. What do you got for me?
Bring up the referee's whistle.
Okay, I've got that. They're pretty small, hey. Unfortunately, we'll work during the week to figure out how to actually do this a bit better. Yeah, there we go.
All right.
Okay.
A guy from my state, Canterbury.
Yes.
It's called William A. Tech.
Hang on half a minute. I did not know this. New Zealand has states?
Yes.
Like we do? Like Australia does? I didn't bloody know that, and I lived there for 3 years. Why wasn't I told?
I'm in Canterbury.
You're in Canterbury. Well, what's Auckland? What would Auckland be where I live?
I don't know.
Auckland. Okay, sorry for interrupting. That comes as
all right.
Shock to me because I didn't realise.
Yeah, Auckland have got their own area. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah. I'm going to look at that because I didn't
know that.
Then you've got
places like the Waikato. You've got all sorts.
Right.
I know the South Island. You've got Otago, which covers Dunedin and places like that. Then you've got the West Coast, which covers Greymouth and Hokitika and Westport. Right. And then you've got the Nelson Bays and areas. Yeah. Yep. So Marlborough.
No, I didn't. That's interesting. I did not know. I just assumed that it was like towns all over the North Island, towns all over the South Island. I didn't actually. There's a geography lesson. I didn't realise that you actually had states. That's interesting. Yeah. I'll have a look at that. Yeah.
Well, anyway,
Okay, sorry for interrupting.
It's okay. It's okay. The Cantabrian William Atack is said to have been the first sports referee in the world to use a whistle to mark the end of a sports match. Prior to this, he had to yell. There was no whistle, and he just had to yell out during a rugby game.
Right.
And there was so much noise from the crowd and from the players, no one could hear what he was yelling. So he went home and came up with the design of a metal whistle. Prior to his initiative, he would rely on the ability to be heard by players to keep control of the game. And he found it really exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
He was a keen rugby player, a cricketer, and an accomplished sports reporter before his whistling referee debut at age 27 years of age.
What was his name? Say again.
William Atack.
Yep.
AY-TACK.
Do you know, I'm not disputing it at all because I absolutely don't know. I certainly haven't researched it. But it actually surprises me that America wouldn't have been the ones to have introduced that, to have invented that. It surprises me that New Zealand, if they did it, that surprises me because they're young countries, even compared to, to Europe and
they're the youngest
like
country in the world. Yeah.
Yeah,
But because of our location in the world on the atlas, when you look, we couldn't go out and buy things.
Yeah.
You had to make them. I know my father was the same. If you couldn't buy it, you made it. And every Kiwi home, you made it.
Right, yeah.
And the men in particular, they made it. And they came up with some ingenious designs and inventions for different things.
It's out of necessity, yeah.
Out of necessity.
Out of necessity. That's quite amazing. But surprisingly, given something, I mean, when you think about the history of sport, in Europe, it's centuries old. Even in America, went on, a lot earlier than what any sports in Australia or New Zealand did. Yet, not one of them in all of that time invented the referee's whistle. Something that you would have thought would have been an absolute necessity,
The only thing I haven't got is the year.
Yeah.
I don't know what year it was.
I suppose the only thing I could say is if it was like prior to the internet, maybe it was initially invented by another country, but maybe in Europe or something like that, but that knowledge never got to New Zealand or to something like that. But irrespective, the very fact that it wouldn't have really means that New Zealand did invent it. He did it himself, out of necessity. So
most farmers in New Zealand, and I believe he was a farmer, had to whistle for their sheep. Right? Yeah. So he wanted something loud.
Right, yeah.
And most farmers, when they whistle for the animals, whistle with two fingers.
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
So I take it that it was based on the size of two fingers. Yeah.
Because when you think about it, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. It's the same movement and everything of air through the
That's right. It's so popular here, whistling, that it's actually a national competition.
Is it really? Whistle? That's what? Not whistling with your fingers or with a thing like that? or with a whistle?
You could
It's
use your
just
fingers,
natural.
you can use
You
a
can
piece
use
of
both.
flax, you can use
Yeah.
nothing, just whistling.
It's a
But it's
national
actually,
competition.
it's a national competition.
Wow, that's amazing, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
incredible. Wow. Okay, well, I mean, I'm going to concede that one because he's given the valid reasons and he's invented it. It doesn't matter whether it actually came. So like I said, so long as it's prior to the internet, which I imagine it would have been.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
he would have had no. So it wouldn't have been anybody copying anything. He's done that of his own mind. So I will definitely concede that one. I think that one's worthwhile and fascinating, at the same time.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah. Do you know what we were yakking about yesterday? And I said I'd really love to talk about it because it's been a bit of an anniversary type thing about it, and I'm just gonna bring it up first. It started out, but my research started out about this, and then it ended up going to something absolutely different because when we were talking about this yesterday, now I'm going to have to figure out how to do this because I've got about four different slides here. Okay. I don't know how I'm going to. Just have to keep changing the slides. You're going to end up seeing my back screens. I don't know if anybody in the chat remembers, but in 1997 we had an absolutely horrible disaster here, the Thredbo landslide. And if I can just put up some of the things, yeah. This is just some of the scenes that happened, and this is about 30 kilometres from my hometown. Deb says the American Whistle Company factory is in my city, established 1956.
Oh, gosh.
Which actually, yeah, but that actually supports what I said because that is prior to the internet.
Yeah.
So there's absolutely no way that man could have known about it because the only information he would have got would have been written information. So he probably, I don't think anyone was going to send him written information about a whistle from America to New Zealand. So anyway,
yeah.
I'm going to see if I can move this back over to the other side. How do you do two screens at the one time? Anyway,
I don't know.
Jindabyne disaster, as I said, this is about 30 kilometres from my hometown. So it refers to the 1997 Thredbo landslide, which occurred near Jindabyne, Australia. The disaster happened in July 30, 1997, when a landslide destroyed 2 ski lodges, killing 18 people, with one sole survivor, Stuart Diver. Now, I mean, the landslide itself was enough to make news, you know. I mean, 18 people died. But the big thing that came out of it was the one sole survivor being Stuart Diver. You know, at 5:50 a.m. on a Saturday, over 55 hours after the landslide hit, the voice of 27-year-old ski instructor Stuart Diver was heard from beneath the wreckage. Stuart and his wife had been staying on the ground floor of Bimbadeen. Following the landslide, debris that encased Stuart on his back, unable to move but protected by mattresses and broken furniture. Stuart lay in the dark for 3 days before rescue teams reached him. As water and mud rose around him, he pressed his nose into the concrete above to take oxygen. His wife, Sally, unfortunately, had drowned beside him, despite his efforts to hold her out of the rushing water. Stuart endured 3 nights of freezing temperatures and was suffering from severe hypothermia. Rescuers drilled through concrete and passed down a hose to expel warm air and continued to speak to him as they worked. Finally, after a 10-hour rescue operation, Stuart was lifted free. He was greeted by cheers from rescue workers, and I'm about to cry because I witnessed this, and it was, everybody just went berserk. And this is the picture, that one in the middle, that's him.
Oh,
As
that's
he,
him.
after 55 hours underground, that's him as they brought him out. And we witnessed that. That was unbelievable. I mean, it was all over the news, all over the world just went berserk when he came up. It was incredible. And that's just some of the photos that were around, that were about, around the site. And what had happened is we had many days of rain, and it just completely collapsed this entire side, and there was just building after building after building that just went on it. I think it says
We even heard about it here in New Zealand.
it was
they had
absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
The cause was a leaking water main on an uncompacted fill in the Alpine Way, which saturated the embankment, leading to a catastrophic slope failure. The landslide occurred at 11:30 p.m. at night. Everyone was in their chalets asleep, It struck the Caninya Lodge, toppling it forward and pushing it into the Bimbade Lodge below. 18 people killed, 1 person escaped. The rescue effort was 8 days long, and it was one of the most challenging ever undertaken by the Australian Emergency Services. The aftermath of that is the disaster led to very significant changes in disaster management training, and has been commemorated at Thredbo. Yeah, that meaningful to me because that was very, very close.
Yeah.
Very, very close to my town, my birthright. Yeah. Unbelievable stuff. Oh, it was just absolutely incredible. But what actually where I ended up with that is this one, because I come across a heading, and it's nothing to do with New Zealand, because New Zealand is not even in competition with this because you blitzed us right out of the water. But the Australian Alps, do American people and other people know that the Australian Alps, in Australia, we get more snow than the Swiss Alps. While many people visit Australia for its brilliant beaches and year-round sunshine, the Australian Alps, straddling New South Wales and Victoria, my hometown, are a mecca for the skiing enthusiasts. Snow usually falls between June and September, meaning Australia is the perfect place to get your skiing fix during the Northern Hemisphere summer. Thredbo and Perish are 2 large resorts near Canberra, the latter being the largest ski resort in the Southern Hemisphere, even in New Zealand. So Blue Cow Mountain is one of the most popular areas. Anyway, here's 2 pictures of, have I put that one up yet? No, I haven't, but it's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. That's our Australian Alps. Look at that.
Wow.
Hard to believe when you think about Australia and the thousands upon thousands of miles of red desert in the centre of it, the stinking hot climates of Cairns and all of that, and right in the middle of that, we've got that. I think it's magnificent, and it's my home place. So I absolutely love it. So I started looking into that. Sorry. I must say, New Zealand's snow is like 100 times more than what we get. So it didn't even come into it as a New Zealand question.
We get a lot of Australians here that come to ski.
Do you?
Yeah, because they said it's cheaper.
Probably is. It's very expensive down at Perisher and Thredbo and all that. Very expensive indeed. Yeah, like everything in Australia is expensive.
Yeah, Mount Hutt is the closest ski field to me here, which is a very famous ski field in New Zealand, and it's where all the Commonwealth Game and Olympic Games skiers practice a lot on Mount Hutt.
Yeah.
And my grandfather actually used to own a lot of land on Mount Hutt many years ago. Yeah. Wow. So a lot of Aussies come to New Zealand.
And Deb says, I didn't know the Alps were in Australia. Do you know, she said she skied them in France. A lot of people don't know that. I've had people, you know, when I've mentioned, you know, like the area I come from and the snow, near the snowfields, and they've gone, snow in Australia? No, you
Yeah.
didn't. And I went, well, yeah, I was born there. I do know where I come from, you know. And yeah, so yep, we definitely have snow, and it's bloody freezing down there at the moment, and it shouldn't be, because we're actually in summer. But this is in New South Wales. It's down near Canberra, and I'm going to get blasted all over the place because of the way I say Canberra. Because
I know, I was just thinking that.
New South Wales people go Canberra,
Canberra.
and yeah, I've never. Maybe it was because I lived down there, but I've always said Canberra, so I'm going to get killed.
It actually,
for saying
well,
it like that.
it actually makes more sense to say Canberra
Yeah, well, it's not
when you think about it.
Yeah, it's not Canberra. That's
It's
probably
it's like
outback
the
Australia.
difference between saying cans, as
Yeah.
Australians call it, and cairns,
Cairns. Yeah,
because it's got an I in the middle.
yeah.
So it should be pronounced cairns.
I I have I think he's a subscriber of here. So I'm certainly a supporter of this guy. His name is Sam Ford, and he does a lot of videos on YouTube about Keant, Kiat. I don't know what that is, Nine. I have no idea. Yeah, and Sam does a lot of videos, and I just watched one of his, and they're all about Australia because he's an actor, UK actor, musician, and he's here in Australia. He married a lovely Australian girl, and he loves Australia. And of all the videos that are out there that are all kind of entitled 10 reasons I would never live in Australia, or 10 reasons why I'm going back to America, or all of those. Here's 20 reasons why I love Australia and everything. And I've only just watched one that he's done, and it was on accents, on words that 10 words that Australians say that he found it really hard to get his head around, you know.
Yeah.
And it's a great video. I'll actually put a link into the. I'm seeing if I've got any that I actually wrote any down, because it's really quite funny when a Brit is trying to say things like, well, you know, one of the sayings that we have in Australia is, "Did you have a good weekend?" And people go, "What?" And I say, "Did you have a good weekend?" And do you know what I just said? I think Kiwi probably was. Do you know?
Oh yeah. Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
people can't understand that, but we Australians run their words right into each other. And as Kiwi so lovely pointed out, we ended with a "huh" at the end, and I didn't even
You have a good
realise
weekend?
we did. Can we come again? Yeah, I didn't even know we actually did that until I went and did it on air and made a complete and utter fool of myself. But we did. Have a good weekend. It sounds like US Southern. Well, we just go, did you have a good weekend? Did you have a good weekend? Because everything,
Yeah.
the words are all just chopped to pieces.
Just
so, yeah,
runs together.
We use that here
Yeah.
too. Yeah, it's just funny. Yeah,
Americans-
anyway, so that's... Go ahead.
Americans say, "Have a good one."
Yeah, have a good one. But they kind of go, have a good one.
Yeah.
Whereas we go, Java. Did you have a becomes one word, Java. Yeah, we kind of do it like that. But
Yeah.
I will put Sam's a link to Sam's videos in
Yeah.
there, because he's a lovely young man, and he loves my country, and I think he's going for, I think his last video is they're looking at to hopefully get 50,000 subscribers in a certain period of time. So I'll do anything to help him along with that, and I do support his channel, so I would love it
Fair
if you
enough.
would go over there and support, and I hope that I'm going to have him that we're going to have him on here one day. So Demi's accent, really, Southern and my accent are very similar. Is that right? Maybe that's because I lived in the States too. Because I've kind of got a mixed accent.
I think
My
you
accent's
have,
kind
yeah.
of all over the place. Yeah,
It's
I
like
don't,
people say to me, they can't get over that I don't sound like a normal Kiwi.
because you don't. No,
Yeah, yeah.
your speech is very precise, and that's obviously your Scottish Irish background. So
Scottish, yeah,
for sure, yeah, Scottish
yeah.
background, yeah, which is very hard to understand. One of the accents that my son absolutely loves the most, and I can never understand a word he's saying. All right, Kiwi, we have discussed and
Well,
discussed.
that's another fact that Billy Connolly married an Australian.
Yeah, did he?
Yeah,
Billy Connolly, is he the
Scottish comedian.
Yeah. I think I know of him.
Pamela, she was an actress. Pamela,
Yeah. Right.
oh, I can't remember what her single name was. No, I can't think of it. It'll come to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still married to her today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Sam's still married after 5 years to an Aussie, so I reckon he's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
9 says, hello, I wouldn't know what a normal Kiwi would sound like, so I'm just going to believe it's you. No,
Oh, mate.
Kiwi doesn't sound like a normal Kiwi, no.
Yeah. I used to get
I don't
asked
think-
when I worked in Australia, the amount of people that used to say to me, do you come from England?
Yeah.
And I go, no. And they say, well, where do you come from? And I go, New Zealand. And they go, but you don't sound like a normal Kiwi.
No, she doesn't. No. If anything, I would have probably guessed, if I had just met you and didn't know, I would have guessed, I'd have said, possibly New Zealand. I'd also have gone South Australian as well, because South Australia tends to have a bit of a Kiwi accent, but should I say more polished, whereas yours is more polished. So yeah, I would have guessed maybe South Australia.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Deb says, yeah, Midwest is an interesting blend. I lived in Seattle, Washington, so yeah, nowhere near the Midwest. So if my accent is blended with anything, it would probably be blended with a little bit of Kiwi, 3 years of Kiwi, and some Washington accent mixed in with some Australian accent. So very, very strange the way I talk. Predominantly Australian though. Okay.
Yeah.
Seattle is very different. Yeah. Okay, what do you got for us?
Been to Seattle. Yeah. I just want to reiterate on the whistle.
Yeah.
On the whistle. He
whistle.
didn't invent it as such, but in 1884 he invented it to use as a sports referee.
Right. Okay. Yep.
He was the first person in the world to use a whistle to control a sports game. Because years before that, referees used their voices or waved handkerchiefs to players, and it was ineffective and loud environments. A rugby referee in Christchurch, New Zealand. ATAC was his name. And found this exhausting and got the idea using a dog whistle he had in his pocket. And the use of the whistle was a great success, and it was adopted in sports grounds all around the world.
Ah, right, okay. Well, I think can still lay claim to it.
Yeah.
So I would definitely defend that.
That goes back to 1884.
Yeah, I would definitely do that. Kind says trying to take it down. Nine, I can't understand half of what you say on your channel. I really can't. You speak so fast, and I'm like, I got to keep going back and go. What did she say? What did she say? So, yeah, absolutely. Do you want to do your syringe? The only reason I
Yes.
know what she's doing is because she sent me bloody photos to put up, and all I've got is a photo that says syringe. What is this syringe? Okay,
Well,
I'm
it
gonna
was
put.
a
Do you want me to put it up?
yeah.
Okay, all right. Adding it to the scene, and that's yes. I would say
Okay.
at a guess that is a syringe.
A New Zealand pharmacist, sorry, and veterinarian, Colin Murdoch, had
Right.
40 patented inventions to his name, but most notably the tranquilizer dart gun.
For horses, for animals.
Yes, for animals.
Yes.
The
Right.
child, the child-proof medicine container and the disposable syringe. His
So
inspiration for the syringe was was a desire to be able to vaccinate animals more effectively, but also
yeah.
to find a way to prevent the spread of diseases from one person to the other. He came up with numerous iterations for his uh, syringes, spending a total of 15 years working on his groundbreaking invention.
And that was the first in the world.
Yeah.
Wow.
But he
What a
worked
good
on
brains. Yeah.
40 different inventions for different
It'd be
things.
interesting to know how many of those he actually like ended up patenting
Yeah,
and
but
actually doing it.
but it says here he had more than 40 patented inventions to his name.
Oh, it'd be interesting to find out what they were.
Yeah, I'll do some more
Yeah,
work on that one.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fascinating to find out. When
Yeah.
exactly what he's got. Yeah,
I knew New
absolutely.
Zealand invented the dart gun, but I didn't realize it was him that did it.
Right. That's
Yeah.
that's unreal because that's big and that sort of doesn't surprise me. I mean, New Zealand's got an unbelievable
Yeah.
racehorse thing, as we know,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
which just happens to lead me
I know what you're gonna say.
to why won't it come out? Farlap. I'm going to win
Right.
this one. I'm going to win this one, right? You cannot do it. No New Zealander could ever have a heart as big as Farlap. But let's get serious for a moment here. I know Kiwi's going to claim Farlap. Nobody is arguing that Farlap wasn't foaled in New Zealand. No
That's
argument
right.
there. We're happy to give him that. But Farlap was trained and raced where he became a hero in Australia. Without his time in Australia, Farlap would have just been a very handsome New Zealand horse. Australia made him an icon. Come on!
He was made an icon for sure as a racehorse, but he was born
No.
and foaled on a farm that bred only racehorses. He's
I've got it.
even got a statue in the South Island. Here in the South Island, there's this enormous statue of Farlap because that's where he was foaled, and they said he was foaled on a farm that bred only racehorses. So he was bred to do it, but he was sold for an unbelievable price to Australia. But he was
Now,
always claimed here as a New Zealand horse because he was
yeah,
born
he
here.
was It was definitely, but he was trained. He was trained in Australia. I'm going to argue to the hilt on this one.
Yeah, he might have been trained,
Yeah.
but he still had to have the birthright to do it. And he did. He came from great stock.
Shut up, Kiwi. Shut up, Kiwi. I'm not talking to you no more.
Sorry. One for me. I knew Farlap was going to come up in this conversation one day.
Well, I didn't think you would, so I thought I'm going to get her on this one. I will absolutely get her on this one, and I bloody well didn't. All right. All right. All right. He was born there.
Yeah.
But can we at least take half the credit for the fact that we trained him well? No.
Yeah, I suppose.
Oh, I suppose. Think that's very kind of the Kiwi. We are 2-1 again. This is not going well for Australia. I mean,
No.
everybody knows Australia is just absolutely synonymous with knocking off other people's inventions. And I don't even know why I agreed to go into this, because I'm very well aware of that. Why did I go and argue with someone who's from New Zealand, who most of the stuff that we knocked off came from in the first place?
They did, eh?
Decision, Demi.
It's like
Stupid decision. Yeah.
it's like what's her name? Hedy Lamarr.
Yeah.
Australia didn't invent Wi-Fi, despite what you've heard, and that was headlines.
So I love this US melting pot. Yeah. Yeah. So
She was a very,
minute.
very intelligent.
No, I'm going to argue this. If you can claim that Farlap originated from
New Zealand.
From New Zealand, right?
Mhm.
But I'm saying, okay, yeah, but he was trained in Australia. You can't really say then that the referee's whistle was absolutely New Zealand, because the whistle had been invented long before.
Oh yeah, they didn't dispute that.
So I'm going to have that one. So that makes us
No.
2 each.
Because it wasn't invented in New Zealand, in Australia.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was the same as the one I argued about bloody, what was the one I argued about? Something that wasn't even, it was American. So, okay, all right. Well, we'll stay at 2-1. I'm not going to argue that one anymore. I am, look, 3's lucky. Demi's on a soapbox. Demi is an idiot, to be honest, because this was absolutely always going to be a contest that I was bound to lose, simply because I'm very aware of Australia's history. So,
yeah, you've just, got to take into the fact that we're a country full of icons and inventions and facts, and because we're so small and we had to fight for everything that was done here, everything that was invented here, and trained and born, and you name
absolutely,
it.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely true.
Yeah.
Very
What else
true.
we got? Oh, I know. Here's
What
one.
do you got? All right, because I haven't got anything on your next one, have I?
No, you haven't.
No, I don't. Okay, what is it? Throw it at me.
New Zealand was the first country in the world to get the vote for women.
Oh, yeah. No, I can't argue with that. I know that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. First country.
Kate Shepherd. She's still on our money today. She's printed on our money, on our $5 notes. $10 notes, I think. She was a leading light in women's suffrage movement in 1893. And she became the first country to grant women the right to vote in parliamentary elections. And it was 25 years before USA and UK followed suit.
Yeah.
So it was years later, and we were voting all that time.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Who's female prime minister come first? Because this is going to sound so bad because I don't know anything about it. I'm not hugely into politics. Did Australia's first female prime minister come before? No,
I
we
don't
haven't
know.
had a female prime minister. Fuck, have we? I
Yes,
don't even know.
she was in for a very short time. Do you remember when you had 5 prime ministers in 1 year?
No. Did we?
You
Wow.
don't remember that?
No.
You had Kevin Rudd.
Yeah, we had Ruddy, yeah.
Yeah, and you had, it was a woman. Very
But
tiny thing she was.
Oh, she was a bitch. Oh,
Yeah, that's the one.
no filter. No filter. So, I wonder whether your prime minister came before ours. I think she did. Gonna have to research that because I think your first female prime. Sorry, Nine. Sorry, chat. Jeez, sorry, people viewing. I think she did. I'm going to have to check that because I can't remember her name, but
I
you
can't
would know.
remember her name. Yeah, there was five prime
Wow.
ministers in Australia over a 12-month period. I was there when it happened.
Bloody hell! I didn't know that. I know Rudd was in. I thought he was in for a while though.
No, well, he got voted out by his own party,
Yeah, I realised.
and his deputy took over, and then this woman took over. She was voted out. The next person in charge, they got in, and then they got voted out in the general election. So that's 5 in 1 year.
Okay, I'm just having a look, see if I can allow.
So
When did Australia have list of prime ministers in Australia? Oh, it's too. You know, you ask Google a simple question, and they give you 97 pages of history on it. All you want is who were they, and it doesn't really tell you. That's okay.
Helen
Since
Clark
we-
was our first female prime minister
Right.
from December 1999 to November 2008.
Yeah, I think New Zealand well and truly beats us on that. Julia Gillard was
Julia
the one
Gillard,
that
yes.
and then Tony Abbott and Malcolm
Yes,
Turnbull
Tony,
and Kevin
yes,
Rudd.
yes.
So it
That's
was
the
Kevin
ones, yep.
who got outed by Julia, who got outed by Tony Abbott, who got outed by Malcolm Turnbull, or something in that
Yeah.
order. You're absolutely dead right. So
Yeah.
that actually puts New Zealand ahead as having the first female prime minister.
Correct. Yeah,
So
yeah.
you win another one.
We
We're
win
looking
that one.
bad here, Australia.
Yeah.
I need Australian people in the chat. I need help. You've got to help me here because
we
I am fighting.
also had the youngest prime minister ever. Jacinda Ardern was only 35 when she took office.
She absolutely was. Yeah, she was. Didn't she have
She
a
was-
bit of a scandal though? Did she? Didn't I'm sure I remember reading
Jacinda?
something about she had a bit of a scandal.
Over what?
I don't know. I'll have to. Check
She
it
was
out.
she was hot news overseas.
Yeah,
All these American people wanted to interview her.
yeah.
She was always on American shows all the time.
Because we've got
She used to take her husband with her on these trips
yeah.
because she was breastfeeding her baby.
Bloody
She was
hell.
the first prime minister to have a baby too while she was in office. And she was still breastfeeding her baby. And
Wow.
hubby, she used to express, and hubby used to feed the baby.
Bloody hell, that's a first.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
My God. The 9 says the US still cannot accept a female president, and it likely won't. Yeah.
No,
but
they
the
probably won't.
US, Australia and New Zealand are a little bit ahead of the US in terms of that sort of thing. Deb says my SIL. What is an SIL? Son-in-law. Okay. Married a Kiwi she met online. They live about half an hour from Kiwi. Small world.
That's
I've
where I was
never.
telling I'm going to spend Christmas. That's at that
Yeah,
town.
right. I've never
Yeah.
been there, but it looks stunning. I lived there, and if there, I mean, look, I love Australia. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely do. I love it, but I loved New Zealand, and I would go and live there in a heartbeat, because I was only saying to Kiwi the other day, and she knows this to be true. There is nowhere in the world that you can go that you won't find that in New Zealand somewhere, either on the North Island or the South Island somewhere. It is the most beautiful country. One of the most stunning things that I saw, because I lived in Auckland and I lived in Mount Maunganui, and one of the most stunning things that I saw was Black Beach. What's the proper name of it? I've forgotten it. I can't
Piha.
remember now. But yeah, but it's the
Piha Beach.
sand. If you can just let your imagination go, the sand is
Black.
like talcum powder, black talcum powder,
And
the
it's
sea.
but it's
Pardon?
magnetic. It's
Oh,
magnetic.
it's so beautiful, and this
You hold a magnet up to it, and it just
Yeah.
all pops up to the magnet. It's unreal.
And the sea is the most crystal clear blue, and the white, foam coming up. It is
Yeah.
absolutely unbelievable. I should have put a picture when I went down, because you've got to walk down literally to it. And when I was there, we walked down, and it was just your aha moment. It was like, oh my God, look at that. That is just priceless, honestly. It's absolutely incredible. Yeah.
Well, down
should
that
put a
neck of the
beach like
woods
that.
too,
Yeah.
in Piha,
Yeah.
sometimes a certain moon.
Yeah.
You know how you get the southern lights, the aurora.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we get that here
Yeah.
down south. Now, when the aurora is happening, all the waves light up like neon lights.
Incredible.
The white foam of the waves, as they come in, they all light
Yeah.
up like neon, like white neon,
Yeah.
white and blue, actually.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic
I
sight.
apologise to any surfers out there, because I do realise that the foam is called soup. It's not called
Yeah.
foam. Being an old surfer, it is called soup. So yeah,
Well,
apologies.
yeah.
New Zealand is a living fantasy. It absolutely is. It's a spectacular country, and it's that they have a much lower crime rate than what Australia does. It's an
Yeah.
easier lifestyle. Okay,
Yeah.
the wages are lower, but the cost of living is nowhere near as high as Australia either. I mean, it's higher. It's like the rest of the world. It's suffering a cost of living crisis, but nowhere near what Australia's is. I mean, we've got a
Yeah.
higher wage, but our cost of living is just through the roof. It's
Well,
absolutely
it takes
ridiculous.
a lot longer to get here. Anything takes longer
Yeah.
to get here.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also had, we were talking about women prime ministers. We were the first country in the world to have 3 women in power simultaneously. We had the Prime Minister, Helen Clark,
Mhm.
the Governor General, Dame Sylvia Cartwright, and
Yeah.
the Chief Justice, what's her name? It's not pronounced Cian, it's pronounced something else, Elias. They had a sign that they put up, keep calm and let the girls rule.
It's a feminist country.
And
wow.
we
Well,
also
good. Yeah.
we also had the first transgender woman mayor.
I knew that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's only a recent thing. So yeah, I was aware.
Yeah.
I was aware of that.
Yeah.
LOL, I like them. She says. Nine says it's called soup. Yeah. If you're a surfer and you're out past the break and you're starting to ride a wave in, right, and you end up in all of the white stuff, the term is I hit the
Soup.
soup. I ended up in
Yeah.
the soup. You don't
Yeah.
say foam. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just called
but
the soup. Yeah.
To the people that don't know, it's the easiest way
Yeah,
to explain it.
It's foam.
the-
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
apologise for
Wave
any
foam.
surfers.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, this
All right.
transgender MP was back in 1999.
Oh, was it? I thought that was a
Yeah.
recent thing. Maybe
No,
there's another one recently.
she was transsexual. She was the first in the
Oh,
world.
she was transsexual. Okay, right.
What in the Wairarapa,
Okay. There's,
Georgina,
yeah.
and they called her. Originally, her name was George, and she
Yeah,
changed it to Georgina.
to Georgina. I
Yeah.
wonder what, when we talked about like America, and Nine was saying there's no way that America would look at a female president, and I agree. Australia certainly has and would, but clearly New Zealand leads the way. I wonder what it is about the country or about the people that makes one as progressive as what New Zealand is in terms of women's rights, trans rights, and things like that. Because you would think that a smaller population would be more conservative, but it just seems to
Yes.
me that
Yes, you
the
would.
smaller population is more left.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. Um, if you just watch any of those videos on New Zealand on YouTube,
Yeah,
um, they can't get over how laid back, how easygoing people are
yeah,
here. And
exactly.
they
Yeah.
can't get over the fact that when young women go out into public, they're
Mm,
not wearing high heel shoes. Some of them are bare feet.
yeah.
They haven't got they haven't got makeup on. They
Mm,
don't care what they look like.
mm.
They've got such a crazy laid back attitude. And one of the
Well, they're more. I don't know if I'd say they don't care what they look like. I just don't think they want to. I think they just want to be more natural.
they do.
Than
Yeah.
anything. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's more the thing. Nine says no. I think the smaller would be less conservative, because they have less loud voices speaking against progress, and a closer knit people caring for each other. That's a valid argument, and
Yeah. Yeah.
I would have thought it would have been the opposite. Smaller communities can care more directly about each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have one, so if we talk LGBT or a trans person in a community of 40 million, that voice is not going to be heard. Whereas if you have it, how many is in New Zealand? How many?
Oh, in Wairarapa, oh,
Well, yeah, even New Zealand as a country, what's the population?
5.2 million.
Five. There. Okay, one person is going to have a voice, and be heard, much more than in something as big as America or something. So
We have
yeah,
a
thanks, Nine. That's a good perspective.
population a third of New York City.
Yeah,
Country landmass size, we're the same size as Colorado.
yeah, yeah. Unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, it's
Um,
getting on for 8:23. I got one more to go. This one,
okay.
I don't know if I'm going to win this one or not. I honestly don't know. I'm going. There we go. We talked about it the other day, last
Yeah, we
week,
did.
and we said
Yeah.
Vegemite was actually ours, and yes,
Yeah.
Vegemite
That's
was,
right. Yeah.
but
UK. Wasn't it?
Marmite is you guys. No, Marmite is New Zealand. The Sanitarium Marmite is actually a New Zealand one. Yeah.
Right.
Now Vegemite. So New Zealand and Australia. See, I'm saying this as a loss for myself already. New Zealand and Australia actually didn't like the UK Marmite, so
Right.
we both went for our own. Sanitarium went for Marmite, and it's a much nicer tasting Marmite. And whoever bought ours out, Vegemite, we bought ours out. So No, Nine. Marmite and Vegemite is beautiful. I couldn't
Oh,
live
it's
without my
lovely.
Vegemite.
We were
Oh
brought
my
up on
God.
it.
I don't know how anyone could live without
Well,
Marmite. Actually, I like
Chronicle,
Marmite, but I love Vegemite.
if
Yeah.
if you've had neither, then how can you comment? Oh, I see. She's
I've never
heard
had
it's
either.
just
Yeah.
heard it's disgusting. Oh, okay.
First off, every YouTube video that I have ever seen of an American or a, well, you can't say it of the UK because they have Marmite anyway, but everyone that I have ever seen, like you said to me the other day, they get a spoon and they dig it out and they eat it. Oh my God, even I wouldn't eat
Oh
Vegemite that
no,
way.
no, no, no.
You get fresh bread or toast
Toast.
and you put a big lather of butter on it, and then
Yeah.
you put you don't pile
A
it on.
very
You put a scraping.
a very
Yeah.
a scraping.
Yeah, that's the way you eat Vegemite. I mean, I have things. I have because I can't eat gluten. I have rice cookies. They're rice cakes, and I have butter and Vegemite on them every day. That's
They're
just
lovely.
a given.
Lovely with
What's
Vegemite.
the difference?
Yeah.
The difference with UK is it is very bitter. Their Marmite is very, very, because I've tasted all three, very, very bitter. Marmite and it's kind of a browny colour, the UK one. It's quite horrible. The New Zealand and Marmite and our Vegemite is almost black.
Black.
Right? But I would say Marmite in New Zealand is just a little bit sweeter than what our Vegemite is. Our Vegemite is not bitter, but it's
salty.
not as quite as sweet, as well.
Yeah.
I love either of them, so I only know Vegemite from the song lyrics.
I'm happy little Vegemite is happy. As happy as can be.
That's it. Yeah. Oh my God, we knew that from kids. But it's like a seasoning rather. Oh, it's not a jelly. Would you describe Vegemite as like a cream type of thick cream?
Yeah, a creamy
it's definitely
paste.
not a jelly. Yeah,
A creamy paste.
A creamy paste. That is absolutely
It
It's not
smells
meat.
revolting.
It's not meat. It is.
It's gorgeous and gravy.
It's yeast.
It makes a
It's actually a
fantastic
yeast.
gravy. It's a yeast
Absolutely.
extract.
Yeast extract.
Yeah.
You do gravy, right, and you put your flour and your gravy juices and all that, and you mix it in the pan, and you throw a teaspoonful of Vegemite in.
Teaspoon of Vegemite.
Best gravy on the
ever.
planet.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, it's not meat. It's a yeast extract.
Yeah.
And it's unbelievably healthy. Like pesto is a good seasoning spread accent. No, it's not like pesto, but I suppose there would be a similarity in the spread.
It's
because
very
pesto
unique.
spread is similar.
Very unique.
And it's an acquired taste. I mean, I started my kids, and you probably did too, Kiwi. I started my kids at probably 6 months on a thing of bread or cruskets with Vegemite on top.
Crust. Yeah.
Cruskets, with veg, dip them into the veggie, and my kids would sit there. Oh,
and Mum
hoeing
used
down
to.
on Vegemite.
My mother used to dunk them in a cup, a crust off a piece of bread.
Not crust,
and
ruskets. Ruskets. Remember the funny little long-shaped ones for babies? The ruskets.
Oh, we call them rusks.
Rusk, you would dip the rusk in the Vegemite.
Yeah.
And my kids would just sit there. They'd have Vegemite all over their faces. They couldn't get enough of it. Yeah.
Mum used to spread a little bit of Vegemite on a crust cut off a sandwich.
Yes, absolutely.
And then dip it in her cup of tea and then give it to the baby. And the baby would suck away for ages.
And the vitamins and good stuff that they get out.
Oh, the good stuff that's in it. Yeah.
It really is good. Yeah. I love it. Well, if I see a paste like that, the US is inclined to think of applying it like a normal spread. No, definitely not like
No,
jelly.
no,
No,
no, no.
that's where you're going wrong, because you do that. My God, you're gonna, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
No, can't.
savoury. It's not necessarily bitter. New
Uh,
Zealand's Marmite is not quite as bitter as what our Vegemite is, but I love our Vegemite. But New Zealand's
Vegemite
Marmite
is
is a bit more sugary, a bit more sweeter. Not much, but a bit.
Vegemite is salty,
Yeah,
very
yeah,
salty,
very very
especially if
salty.
you have
Yeah,
too much.
yeah,
And
absolutely
that's
for
why
sure.
it makes a great additive to a gravy because
Yeah.
of the salt
Oh God,
content.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
and you put it in a lot of things actually. Oh, what was my nan used to?
Oh, they're great. Great on cheese scones,
A great sandwich, toasted cheese sandwich, right?
toasted
With
cheese sandwiches.
yeah,
Yeah,
layer
yeah,
of
yeah,
Vegemite. Put your cheese on top. Toast it. Best toasted cheese sandwich you could have,
yeah,
with your little
yeah,
touch of Vegemite on it. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Well, guess what, mate?
It's time.
It is time
That
again.
that
Geez,
time
it
went
goes
really
quick.
quick. I
I
know.
know. Yeah, I know. But I don't. I mean, we know TNME's coming up, and people probably want to get prepared for that. And that's one of the reasons why, guys. One of the reasons. There was a couple of other reasons why we changed the time. Demi, before you go, did you see my email? No, love. Where did you send it to? Demi Storm or the other one? Demi Storm. If anyone wants to send me an email, it's demistorm@proton.me. That's the one that will get to me. So if you sent it to there, I just been snowed under lately. I just haven't had a go. I hope I added you to WhatsApp. Yeah, I think I got that. I got your add to WhatsApp. Yep, no problems. I'll check it out. Ask Kiwi. I've just end of the year, and I've got 90 million things to do for the NDIS. I manage my kids' NDIS accounts, and because I'm the accountant in the family, so I end up doing, and the end of the year is always a bad time, so I've just been
Yeah.
flat out. I do apologise. I will have a look though, 9 for you, and I'll chase that up.
Good
But
job.
yes, as I
Good
was saying,
job.
that's the reason, one of the reasons why we went 2 hours earlier, because some of our people were kind of not complaining but saying it was a little bit inconvenient because they do like to watch TNME. So we thought, okay, we'll go 2 hours earlier, and it suits Kiwi, and it certainly suits me to
Yeah.
go at that time. So, but anyway, I said you joined, and then no, what's happened with that? Nine says it said you joined and then left the WhatsApp community. I didn't. What happened is my new iPhone 17, don't get one. They're full of bloody trouble. What I've done is, when I've changed over from my 15, it didn't pick up. Apparently there was a glitch with WhatsApp, and at the very moment that I changed, the glitch happened with WhatsApp, and I lost everything. I lost my WhatsApp account. I lost everything that was on it, didn't I, Kiwi? I lost absolutely
Yep.
everything.
Everything.
And I had to start another one. So
Yeah.
if you've still got the number is the same. 9, just send me another one. Okay? Yeah, all good. No worries.
Good job.
All right,
Good job.
guys.
We're out of here.
Um,
Gone.
we have some we got to check up on, but the score.
She comes from a land down under. I come from a land further down under.
The score is
2-1.
Zealand 3
3.
and 3.
That's right.
And 1 to me.
And 1 to
Come
Australia.
on, we got to get Australian people in the chat. You've got to come in. Come on, I know some of you are on the way to work. Just jump in the chat. You're sitting on the train. Get yourselves in here. I need support. I am being done like a dinner. on here. So soup, Vegemite, and Alps. Awesome. All right, guys. Now, before you go, I've got to figure out how to do the exit thing because I've only just put it on. All right. Anyway,
Okay.
thanks for watching. Same time, same place, all that sort
Bye,
of stuff.
guys.
So, bye.
Bye.
Thanks, chat. Bye.
Kia ora.
Well, the Tasman Sea, it still divides us. But tonight we tried to bridge that gap for a while. Demi and Kiwi, two mates just chatting, with a laugh and a story and a whole lot of style. So hit that like, subscribe, don't miss a thing now. Ring that bell, don't be shy, let the good times roll. For Tasman Talk, we thank you for